welcome to the JJ Liberman Hour. We're going to edit out that first 10 seconds, probably not. But we are back from New York City. We are back home. Man, New York is legitimately the greatest city in the world. There is something to be said when you're in it. You're like, you just get so used to it. You get used to the smell of urine. You get used to all the fucking crazies. And then you leave for 6 weeks. And then you come back and you spend 3 days there and you're like, Jesus Christ, this place is amazing. There is no grass and there is no stars. So if you need grass and you need stars, do not go to New York City. But it was incredible 3 days. We did the OnlyFans taping. We had a great set. We did a lot of shows. The food's outstanding. We had big meals with fun comics. And, yeah, we're back now. It's nice to be home. But, man, I love the travel. I love the road. And, yeah, and on the way back, no intention about talking about this because I didn't think it would happen. We sit down. We're about to go from New York to Texas, 4.5-hour flight, and I'm, like, struggling. When I fly, I don't know what it's like for you guys. I've got snacks. I go get snacks. I get snacks just in case on takeoff the plane crashes and I have some chocolate. I don't want to die with a dry mouth. That would be the worst way to die, I feel. Like you're going – I don't even know if I would eat the chocolate. In theory, I'd like to think bird hits the engine, plane starts fucking tanking, and I'm putting snacks, M&Ms in my mouth. I'm like, this is good. Everyone else is screaming. And I've got M&Ms with the oxygen, M&M flavored oxygen mask. But yeah, so that's why I do that. It is crazy. I legitimately go to the store, the convenience store, buy chips and chocolates just in case the plane goes down. And they haven't done service yet. And also, too, the service usually sucks, except on Delta and JetBlue. JetBlue and Delta, it's really good. JetBlue used to have an unlimited help yourself station, which I think they had to get rid of because fat people probably ruined it. Fat people were taking way too much. Although if I was fat, I would be a little insecure, just going back and forth and just like getting the, I guess that's how you do it. You tap something. But anyways, so I have all these things as I'm going to sit down on my seat. And already as I'm middle seat, I'm trying to get through. I never pay for the extra money, and every time I'm sitting in the middle seat, I'm like, I should have just paid $70 not to have this problem. But I'm going through, and things are getting caught. Like my earbuds are getting caught. I have the string, so they're getting caught on the other guy's seat. He's helping me. I have a coffee and a water from Starbucks. Terrible idea in that tray, that little coffee tray thing. I have my bag of chips and snacks. My auto blow, the meat milking machine. I don't know if you can see it down here. You want to take a picture? Show picture. So I have the auto blow. I have my meat milking machine with me. I have my other bag with me. And I sit down. I go to put my seatbelt on. And as I put my seatbelt on, I see my coffee just do an acrobatic move in the air. I don't know how the coffee got out of the tray thing. Acrobatic in the air. And the next thing I hear a man scream. I felt so bad. Man, I think more coffee dumped out on him than coffee was even in the coffee cup. It was just so much coffee I spilled on this guy. And let me tell you something. We haven't even left the gate. 4.5 hours gate to gate. We're still in New York. And this guy, white shirt too, coffee all over him. I'm like, oh, God. And he's like, oh. And I go, oh, my God, dude, I'm so sorry. I hand him 2 napkins. He's not happy. Man is not happy. Young guy, too, good looking. Felt really bad. You know, if this is an ugly guy and like, you deserve this, you fucking troll. We have to look at you every day. You hurt our eyes. People are okay with this. But this is a good looking guy. What has he really done? He was a tech bro because I kept on looking over afterwards all flight to see what he was texting about me. I'm sure he texted many things, also not good. So I spilled coffee all over him. He gets up, And not only is it all over his shirt, it's all over his pants. He's soaked like he got pushed in a lake. He got pushed in a lake with all his clothes on because he was a pussy, and his buddy's like, you're not having fun. So we'll push you in a lake with all your clothes on. That's how soaked he was. He goes to the bathroom, and I'm like, gee, I don't know what to say. The kid beside me didn't see it. I don't think anyone saw this. I looked around to see if anyone was laughing, because if you see this, you laugh. I'm empathetic because I did this. I don't know what to do. I was sweating. Also, a little upset. Full coffee's gone. Spent $6. You know, he's not the only one who's affected in this situation. I'm affected too. Also, I'm in the middle seat. Can't get up to take a fucking piss the rest of the flight. Can't tap him and go, hey, do you mind getting up? You know, I don't want to talk to him. I'm just like fucking looking forward. So he comes back and I'm like, oh, buddy, I'm so fucking. He goes, it's okay. It's not. It's not okay. He had thankfully he had another change of shirt, but he did not have a change of pants. Completely soaked. And he's like, it's okay. And I'm like, man, can I get, what's your Venmo? I'll send you $100. I was willing to pay for his flight. That's how bad I felt. Also, was also laughing inside. Hilarious. If you heard that scream, oh, man, it was amazing.
You texted me, like, right away. You were like, I just spilt coffee all over a guy.
Oh, yeah, I texted like 10 people. I literally texted 10 people.
Also, $100 is more than it would have costed to just upgrade to the aisle seat and avoid that, which is funny.
Fuck. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, $100. $100 got me on Delta Comfort.
Yeah.
Bad situation. Uncomfortable, and he said no, thankfully, which you know what was great about him saying no, because I was willing to spend $200 up to $200. This is the problem. I'm thinking to myself, what if when I said, let me pay for your flight, because he kept on going back and forth to the bathroom, understandably, I'm like, is he changing his underwear now? Why is he going back? At one moment, I felt so bad. I'm like, maybe he has like cyanide in his fucking backpack and he's going to poison me. So that's how my mind thinks, by the way. That's why I'm a creative genius. My mind thinks all the options. And yeah, I was texting everybody. I was texting my super rich friends, which was not you. That's not you.
That is not me at all.
But I was texting you in terms of so we know not what we talk about
on the pod.
Yeah, I wasn't texting you for your advice, by the way.
No, I didn't. I think I responded 6 hours later.
I was just texting you. Okay, spilled coffee. So I remember that's what we talk about. Oh, this is 2 days ago, by the way. It was great. And but then I was texting the rich friends. I have a lot of friends who are really rich, and they all laughed. And Ryan Long goes, I just write, I didn't think he understood the context because it was in our group chat. I go, spilled coffee all over a guy. What should I do? He writes, run. I didn't put on the plane. So I'm like, well, I can't run. I'm sitting beside him on a flight. He goes, ha, 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 ha. That's shitty. But everyone, let me just say this. Except the guy who got spilled coffee on and his friends who probably think, I'm a piece of shit. Everyone loved it. A lot of ha-ha-has and LOLs. So, in the moment, I did feel like shit. I didn't do it on purpose. And then I still had the water, so I had to, during takeoff, because you have to I had to hold the water down because I didn't have it on my lap. Could have just put it on my lap. And I just held it down. And I kept on thinking, what if I spill again on him? Does he punch me? But it is something to be said that if you're ever going to spill a drink on someone, do it on a plane. They can't hit you. They get thrown off. You have such protections on a plane to spill liquid on someone. But yeah, so he didn't make me pay, which is great. So for the next 2 days, I was ordering $50 worth of Uber Eats for every meal because I'm still ahead. I was willing to pay up to $200. I'm still up $100 after 2 meals of $50 at Uber Eats, and literally did that. And that was my justification. I should be down $200, but yeah, pretty brutal situation. And then I was telling the Uber driver was from some migrant, and I was like joking because I wanted to film it for content. I was like, I spilled coffee all over this guy. I was like, I offered to drive, and he's like, yeah, accident happened. And I'm like, I know. I even offered to sleep with his wife, and the Uber driver, I guess, just, he's just from such a religious country. He's like, no, no, no. Like he literally said no. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And then I had to kind of, so just a rough day for everyone on the receiving end of my doings, whether it was accidental spill or laughing. But the worst part is I was like laughing at the situation too. He wasn't, but I was laughing. It was hilarious. How do you, like, I have to say with it, he didn't even say anything. And then I did feel bad. And then as the plane, we're all the way in the back. As the plane lands, we get to the gate. He stands up, and I'm like, do I say sorry again? I've already apologized 5 times. And I'm like, yeah, I might as well just not say sorry again. I almost thought, like, maybe just tap him and I'm like, hey, man, I appreciate you not losing your mind. But then I thought, what if I tap him and he freaks out? Don't touch me, because I would have. He was not happy. He did have a wedding ring on. So he's married. I'm not. You win, long run. Here is the worst part, because I need to pee right after we got off the plane. And as I'm walking I purposely waited a little longer so I didn't have to converse with him. But he went to the fucking bathroom. I'm like, well, you got me back. Now I can't go to that bathroom. So I have to walk 20 more feet to the next bathroom. So you won in the end, buddy. But yeah, that was the flight. I thought the whole situation was funny. Fucking crazy. Rarely ever get a coffee. That's the wildest thing. Rarely ever bringing a coffee on the plane. And I will never do it again. I will never do it again. Yeah. So that's a situation. I blame Starbucks for giving me the coffee I ordered. But yeah, that was that. Yeah, I didn't want to talk about the wildfire. I know your family's around there, but I don't. It's just sad. People say, it's crazy that people like. I guess people already. That's the problem with being in comedy. People, your peers, they can't wait 10 seconds to make a joke about anything, and I get it. Like, but some people they can't fucking wait. They just have to get their jokes out there. So I have nothing to really say about the wildfires. I don't know. People said it was going to happen. So it happened, and it fucking sucks. But other than that, yeah, the OnlyFans taping went well. I hooked up with my ex, which was great, and I was sick as a dog, and so I had to like pop a half of Viagra, just so I didn't have to do any work, which was great. What a game changer. And then there was one more thing. What was the coffee? The coffee. There was something else. This is what I hate when I'm ill prepared and unprofessional. I had great ideas going in. I thought the coffee thing could last maybe 30 minutes, but how long was that? 8 minutes?
We're at 14.
Oh, wow. Look at that go.
Yeah.
A 14-minute. Does that include the first minute? You were
That's
running it.
me minusing the minute. We're like coming up on 14 right now.
Because I was watching that out of my eye. I watched to see.
Yeah,
I watched again.
I'd take timestamps.
No. But I watched. No. I wanted to see if you're going to count that 43 seconds. I walked over there. Not on purpose, to charge my phone.
Yeah, no, I have written down that the podcast starts at 1 minute.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job.
Thanks, man. I do think my hope for that guy, because you said he was married, is that in like a week or two, he's sitting there with his wife, and she's like, oh, my God, this guy is so funny. And she shows him your, like, I'm not a pervert video, and he's like, that's the asshole that spilled coffee on me. Now you've won.
I thought about that too. So I kept the hoodie over my head the entire flight.
Shame, the hoodie.
And
of
it
shame.
was so hot on the plane
yeah,
too.
one of those ones where like the AC's not working.
I don't know. I think I was just so embarrassed.
Yeah, that's probably what it was actually.
There are points where you're like, I wish I had no shame. Oh, that's what I want to talk about, and we'll get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't introduce myself to your family. I don't do that. You brought your family around last week.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those guys like, hey, I'm JJ. That's weird. I do what you do is if I'm around, like if someone's with me, I don't know why I'm leaning back. If someone's with me, I don't go out of my way to introduce you. I don't do that. I'm not a fucking matchmaker. You want to fucking say, hey, what's up? That's great. Me, I don't like being introduced. I don't want to say, oh, this is JJ, and then I have to, like, fake pleasantries. Oh, hey. Like, if you introduce me to your parents and your, who else was there? Just your
My
parents?
fiance.
Okay, your fiance, girlfriend, whatever. The fucking guy says fiance. Annoying. But if you introduce me to your parents, I'll be nice, but not just you. I don't want to meet nobody. Hey, how's, and so I appreciate that. I don't know if you did that on purpose. I'm like that too. And if I brought people around, they get mad at me for not introducing them. I don't want to introduce you. I don't want to have to do, hey, this is the, I fucking hate that. So I like it when people don't introduce me, because this is what happens at parties. You meet someone, you have to say hi, and then you'll never see them again. Or maybe you only see them once in the next 2 years. Or then you're like, hey, how's it going? And now you're just here. I'm just looking at you with nothing to say. No interesting things. I have nothing I want to say to you that you will understand. I have to be polite right now. I have to be censored right now. That's why I never saw my nephews until they turned 16. I can't be me. I got in trouble for burping at my family dinner. My sister, don't burp. Your fucking kids probably whack off. I can't burp. And I don't want to, like, be grotesque like that, but, they do. It's not weird when I burp. They're fucking looking at adult shit on their iPhones, and I got in trouble for burping. I didn't see my family for 3 fucking years after I burped. I swear to God. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to go hang out with you. And, like, my mom's like, don't act like you're on drugs. I'm high. How do you want me to act? I can't control how I act when I'm stoned. I'm fucking paranoid right now. I'm going to try and, hide it and then probably overextend. But anyways, yeah, so, all I'm saying is I appreciate you not introducing me. Not that you thought you would have, but I like that vibe.
You just got to let it happen, like, organically.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
Then it's the weird thing where they have to be like, they have to, like, lie. Oh, he talks about you all the time.
Yeah.
And, like, that weird.
Well, no,
fake
dude, it was
combo.
just a bunch of people, too, like, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to meet nobody. That was the other thing, and then we'll get out of here because we're done, right?
Yeah, we're at 18 minutes.
Yeah, okay. We're done when I say we're done. No.
Yes, sir.
I would have never in a million years brought my family around comedy. They don't come. They will not see it. If they come, they know. Again, my father has no idea that I even have a following on social media. He has no idea what I'm doing. They're just happy I'm not asking them for money. I think once my parents realized that I don't need their money, they finally went, oh, thank God. And that was it. They don't care if I'm on TV. They don't care if I do this show or that show. They don't even ask. In the last few years, nobody in my family has said, how's comedy? Which is great. I don't want to talk about it because you don't understand. I like the fact they're like, oh, yeah, you're in New York. Okay. They're not even asking why. They just know I don't ask them for money, so they're fine with that. If I was a drug dealer, if I was doing some kind of crime, they don't care as long as I don't ask them for money. As long as I'm not getting caught, as long as I don't need a lawyer from them, they're totally cool with what I do. They don't care. If I have an Epstein Island, they don't care. As long as I'm not getting in trouble and not embarrassed. Well, I am embarrassed. If their friends saw what I do, I'm sure they'd be super embarrassed, my parents. But they don't know. Their friends are boomers who are out of touch. So, anyways. So that was that. I wish I didn't have that ramble between I lost. Sometimes you lose where you are. Like, your ideas, and then you lose it. And you try. I was filling time to say I was unprepared, but I was super prepared. So, anyways, this is going to come out Friday the 10th. Friday, January 10th. And over 25% sold out for Austin on January 17th, a week away. over 25% of the tickets have sold out. That's a lot a week away. Okay? I assume the 2 days before, that's when you sell like the majority of sales. So if you are in Austin, Texas, January 17th at East Austin Comedy Club. This was fun. And to my man who I spilled coffee on, much apologies, was hilarious. Was not laughing at Frasier, was laughing at the whole incident. But Frasier is an incredible show, one of my favorite shows. But anyways, this is the JJ Liberman Hour, a.k.a. the greatest podcast for elite losers, for the OGs that were here when we were only doing 20 views. And we have 10x that in 6 months. So we are going to be at 2,000 by March. Probably 1,000, hopefully. Anyways, hit the like, subscribe, share, leave a comment.